the year is coming to an end. How's your year in general?
It was amazing.
Was it all that you had hoped?
Yeah, it's the same like every other year, except that I don't hear the thing. It's the end of the world thing yet. So I mean,
Some guy predicted the end of the world like
like
eight
six
times.
times, and he's been right every time. So I mean,
And people are still stupid enough to be like,
it's like Y2K crap or
I
whatever.
always thought this because you heard about like Harold camping or whatever, and you like predicted end of the world twice this year, I
Yeah,
think.
the earthquake was supposed to split the earth in half and everything.
And
And
people donated lots of money to him, like lots and lots of money.
yep,
Do you think that these people really believe that it's the end of the world, or do you think they're just like, some partly following the crowd, partly just kind of
I don't
saying,
know. I think a lot has to do with crowd too. It's like if someone else believes it, it's got to be true type of thing, and they just go with the general public. But I mean, if it's the end of the world, then sayonara. It's been nice knowing everyone. You can't can stop it. And you can't predict it either. I just don't understand how anyone could believe that. Be like, oh, he says it. It's got to be true. I better.
I think that deep down that these people really never believe. I mean, even though they donated a bunch of money to this guy, like some of their life savings to like the
Yeah,
organization, and I guess it was for like spreading the word so everyone knew. I think that these people just, I don't know if it was just fun for them or just they wanted to fit in. Wanted that feeling of fitting into a group where everyone felt the same way they did. But there's no way that you can really believe that when some old guy on the radio says that it's the end of the world on October 31st or
no.
something,
They had up at the public square up in Watertown. They had like people picketing and everything, saying it's the end of the world.
like they were like they believed
Yeah,
it.
they said it's the end of the world, and I remember it because we honked our horn and just drove around in circles, yelling at them.
So, like, what was their goal? What were they trying to do? Just spread the word?
Just I guess so that it was the end of the world. Just prepare for it. I was like,
How you gonna prepare for that?
I don't know. I went to Walmart. That's how I prepared for it. Then I went home. I was like, apparently it's the end of the world. I'll see you guys later.
But I don't know. And this has happened many times before. And yeah, like the Y2K thing. That was different because that was in the inner world. They say, okay,
No, that was
the way computers are programmed, that
it was all gonna go caca kablooey.
when everything gets to zero, it's gonna reset, and the computers are gonna shut down or won't know what to do.
Yeah.
That was actually okay. Some computers may be programmed like that, but that's different with like, okay, this may actually happen because it's the way computers are programmed, rather than some old guy saying, I think that.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I think that those are like on two different things. But to be honest, I remember Y2K, but I don't
I do
remember.
too. I remember it.
Were
Because,
people freaking out about it?
yeah, people like bought bomb shelters and bought food for like months to live in and everything. I was like, why? What is the point of buying a bomb shelter?
See, I don't remember everyone freaking out like that. I think they're just like, oh, it might happen. Maybe my computer's going to shut down.
I
But,
was like, I don't. Well, everyone had visions of like control panels on like airplanes malfunctioning and like crashing into
oh,
buildings and
yeah,
everything.
yeah. I didn't even think about that. And probably like all the nukes that are like
Yeah,
computer
that's what I
controlled.
thought. No, it was just it got blown out of proportion. It was another moneymaker for someone.
So the next big thing we have right now is, of course, 2012 Mayan calendar, end of the world. Did you ever look into any of that?
No. Who's predicting this one? Is this like Nostradamus or whatever?
Well, you heard about it. Like the Mayans predicted that
Oh
2012.
yeah.
So you aren't buying that?
No. It's when it's the end of the world, it's the end of the world. You can't predict something like that. Like it's just it'll happen someday. I think it's way, way, way far ahead of our time.
Well, eventually, if nothing else, then it's inevitable that the like sun is going to expand and engulf the Earth. So that's in like another 6 billion years, I think.
Yeah, I'm
So,
not really worried about it.
Do you think we're going to make it till then?
Yeah. Are you kidding me? I don't have a doubt. If it's out of the world, then it's nice knowing everyone in radio land.
Were you ever like seriously concerned after hearing something that like whether a new disease came out or like nukes are going to blow up? Do you think that like we're going to make it like another 200 years?
I don't know. I think we're all just gonna self-implode with all the stupid things that happen. Diseases, swine flu, the clap, or whatever else is coming around.
What do you think, aside from, like the sun and stuff, and aside from like,
What's
people
gonna end the world?
yeah. Like what's the most likely thing, not the world like the world's gonna blow up, but like civilization, human civilization.
I really don't know. Maybe aliens come down here. I've heard that one. Robots, Terminator. That's why those movies are made. It could be based on a true story.
See, I think realistically, it's probably some sort of disease that someone like
Most
manufactures.
likely, I don't like those. Have you seen those movies that like replicate diseases that take over and stuff? I don't like
Heck
that.
yeah. I think
scares me.
I think that it's possible for someone
to
make a like super disease that can't be controlled.
I don't doubt that whatsoever. Like the avian flu, the bird flu, it hasn't mutated so humans could catch it, but that worries me in the back of my mind when that comes around. Either we're gonna turn into chickens or we're all gonna die. Either way.
But aside from that, nukes, do you think that that's something we really have to worry about?
Kinda,
'Cause they
especially
say-
around where we live,
Well, they say like,
because we're right near a base and everything, and they're gonna be aiming for that. Like if people are gonna try blowing up stuff, they're aiming for like an army base, I would assume.
but how realistic do you think it is that we get into this? Because people talked about it a bunch of times before, that we actually get into this global world war nuke, bombs dropping all
I don't know
over.
about that.
It's hard to say because it's like the people who control that stuff are on such a different level, and they like don't let us know that stuff.
No, they don't.
In
It's
a
like-
way, it's good,
It's
but
like they'll have like a teleprompter on the TV. It's like you got 10 minutes to live. All right, that's great. At least
that's
you
what it
warned
would
us.
be.
I don't
But
know.
so you don't think that's very realistic, at least in our lifetime? I think we're gonna make it to the end of our lifetime.
Yeah, I think so too.
And then after that, hey, you guys,
You guys are
on
all
your own.
screwed.
At least they'll have a podcast to listen to,
Yeah,
so they'll be
we'll
good
be
to
the
go.
last remains.